So I want to get right into the juicy parts now.
Okay.
We got all the official stuff out of the way. I want to hear any stories you may have about encounters with anything paranormal, and that can include anything from aliens to ghosts to God to anything in between and outside of that.
Yeah. Well,
and I know you have a few stories.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah, I
can
do
feel
have
free to share a couple if you'd like.
Yeah, I do have a few stories. So I'm with, we're talking 1980.
Okay.
1980.
Like 15 years ago?
Yeah. Well, yeah, 50 years ago. Yeah.
No, 15.
1980.
1-5.
Let's see, 1987, 88. In that time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1988.
That's an interesting time.
Yeah, I was 18 years old, and I'm with a crazy friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
This guy could not control his emotions. And, when it came to women, he was just, how do you call it, spineless.
Okay.
Out of control. But he was such a great friend. And we went to a place that was haunted, haunted house.
Okay.
And I remember it was in Scarborough on the Nielsen, Malvern area.
Mm-hmm.
And that area right now was really an area where there's a lot of, how do you call it? Mental people with a lot of mental issues, right. And a lot of high crime.
Okay.
And if you look at any area in the city where there's a lot of mental issues and high crime, there could be a strange paranormal reason for that. Mm-hmm. So anyways, in that area there, we go to this house and we visit the house, and we're kind of looking at it, and it's a 2-story house, you could say, or a story and a half, and it had broken windows, and it was kind of a ranch house, and it was abandoned. And, we'd walk up to the house, and the closer we'd walk to the house, our energy was, or aura would kind of stop. Mm-hmm. So I'd try to walk, but then something was stopping me.
Right.
We left. A couple of weeks later, my friend wanted to go back. We go back. And this time we're like, you know what? Let's get closer to the house. Let's open the door. Let's go in there. So we get out of the house and we start walking. And then all of a sudden, it gets difficult to walk. And it's not that it was difficult to walk. The very thing that was stopping me was actually my cells. Mm. My cells in my body were saying, don't go.
Like a hunch? Or it was
they
physically.
They knew.
Okay.
They knew something.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. Mm-hmm. Consciously, I'm like, I'm going to go walk to that house. But I'm not scared of anything.
Right.
And I'm walking. And all of a sudden, I get to about, I would say 30 feet from the house, and I couldn't move. I was like, and my buddy's beside me too. And I don't know if he couldn't move or he could move, or I don't know. But I was stuck.
Right.
My mind was like, walk. But my cells are like, no, you're not getting any closer.
Jeez.
And at that moment, I look at the house and I'm shaking. And now my consciousness went from, brave to, holy fuck, I'm scared now.
Right.
And in the window, which is really black, it was a black window, all of a sudden, these 2 eyes pop out of it. Or not 2 eyes, I would say 2 lights. 2 little red lights. Mm. I'm going, what the hell is that? And I'm looking at these red lights. And all of a sudden, the red lights blink. And then when I seen it blink, I was like, oh my God, it's a person. It's a being. So the thing turned to the side and then dropped.
What?
And what it was, let me explain what it looked like. It was a creature that was, how do you call it? Hadn't really no bones because it moved like a fish. Mm-hmm. But so I saw his big head, sort of picture a head like mine, but like maybe bigger here.
Got you.
with, very little hair, right? But the interesting thing about him was his nose. His nose was like this, like a tree trunk. Because when he turned around and the nose was like this.
Oh,
And then
really?
it sunk right down.
Huh.
And then I ran the hell out of there.
Like he just
Yeah,
dropped down.
just dropped right down, right? And for many years I was like, what was that creature? And then I figured it out finally what the creature was.
Really?
Yeah. It was.
Were you guessing before you figured it out?
Well,
Is that what kind of got
I
you
said to
know?
myself, one day I'm gonna find out what that was, and then I found out what it was. It was the creature is called the Dero.
Dero.
A derogatory being. So,
Okay.
anyways, let me tell you a bit more about that. A Dero it's an overweight elephant-like being
Okay.
that just doesn't lazy, um, probably masturbates constantly, into torture, like a derogatory mind.
Yeah.
Just picture a beautiful kid and take that kid and give him the worst thoughts for like 30 years.
Mhm.
How will his face turn? How will his body turn?
Especially in like what seems to be not just a physical being, right? It's not limited to this physical reality, I would assume. For a being like that to move between realms and be
Mhm.
seeing from your eyes,
Yeah.
and then maybe the next day wouldn't be seen but could be still there. I don't know. Like I'm just.
I'll tell you a bit more about the
guesses
Dero.
again.
Let me,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
So the penguin in Batman?
Yeah.
So the penguin in Batman, that's a Dero.
Mm,
The actual being. So it's a documented being. They have a long nose. They're overweight and they like fresh meat.
Yeah.
Also, too, that story, the trolls, the
Yeah.
Three Billy Goat Rough,
Mhm.
right? Where they go and the troll comes out.
Yeah.
You walk through there, I'll eat you. That's the troll. That's a Dero.
That's a Dero. Okay.
So these Deros, they live
a lot of Deros on the internet.
5 miles below the surface
Mm,
in a cavity, and that's where they have their that's where they live
right.
in this. And what they're into is they're into torture. They have like stim machines.
They sound like demons.
Yeah.
Like actual. Like.
So people that have been down there, what they say is they kidnap women
Mm-hmm.
or kidnap whatever, freshly eat them. But what they do a lot of times is they'll kidnap a mature woman and they'll put an electrical current to them and they'll use them as chairs,
Oh, wow.
or they'll pin them in the ceiling.
Really?
And use them as furniture.
Yeah. Ornaments, furniture.
Yeah, exactly. So you live human furniture. And because of their derogatoriness of these beings, is they like fresh milk.
Mm.
So they'll impregnate one of them, suspended in the ceiling, and if they want a little bit of milk, they'll just squeeze the boobie and have a drink.
What?
But it gets worse than that.
Okay.
It gets worse than that.
I would assume.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
there's other fluids that come out of the body too
Yeah.
that they get into.
Yeah.
This is really a derogatory race, and they're documented in many books.
Is that how you came to learn all this? In the books? Or?
Well, once I saw the creature that came up was actually a teenager. He was curious.
Right.
Because they get curious. They want to know what's on the surface. They come up and
So it is very much a physical being.
It's a physical being.
Okay. Wow.
That's how it was. Physical being.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Shaver Mysteries. The Cabbage Town Monster was a Dero.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You just reminded me of something when you were telling this story. Another story involving red eyes that you told me like a long time ago. Do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe in a bedroom.
Oh yes. Does
that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So I was having weird dreams, and the dreams were like these snakes that would crawl on my body, and I knew exactly what the dreams were. The dreams were there to break my aura. So something was sent by a witch or somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, but they're angry at you, and something comes.
Mhm.
Right. So I had these, how do you call it? Attacks, spiritual attacks.
Yeah.
And I could see the attacks. The attacks are here. They're there,
Right.
but they're not in you, and you're okay. But if they come in you, look out.
Right.
So I know they're there, and I'm not letting them in. And how you not let them in is by having a strong aura,
Okay.
because they're angry and they're mad and they're mean and they're parasitic.
Mhm.
So they can't enter a happy body
Right.
because they'll burn.
Mhm.
They'll come in and they'll leave.
Mhm.
So they need you to be in their vibration.
Mhm.
That's why they say the vampire can't come in unless you open the door.
Yeah.
So that's what
Inviting.
opened the door. The door was closed.
Right.
But the dreams with the snakes is trying to break my aura.
Right.
Right. And so I know that. And this was a recurring dream for like a month,
Mhm.
every day,
Wow.
same dream. And, so I'm lying there, I'll go, oh, here's the snakes again. And, the snakes would come, and by the time I'd pass out, there'd be maybe about 12 snakes all over my body. And I could feel them, right? I feel them, right? They're, it's so real, even though it's in that realm or that, um,
That dream state.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so one day, the same thing's happening. I can feel it. I always see it. I see the thing there. I feel it.
Mhm.
That's trying to come in, and I know it. And the snakes. It's all a whole thing. So that time, what happened? I remember I had a couple drinks, not a lot, just maybe a couple drinks,
Mhm.
and that could have been the trigger
Right.
that I wasn't able to stop it. But the snakes were all over, and then all of a sudden the snakes took a bite.
Ooh.
Like and another bite. So I got 3 bites,
Ooh.
and then all of a sudden the thing came in, and there was like, and they were attacking me,
Yeah.
yanking my organs left and right. And I was in so much pain. I wish I was dead. And then once it started to subside, I opened my eyes and I look, and everything's pixelated.
Mm.
And I knew when everything was pixelated, I knew I was in they call it when a spaceship, a UFO comes and they shine a light into an area.
Okay.
So I was in the light was shone in the area, and I was in that area.
Oh, got it.
The
Okay.
pixelated, farm light. So when you're in that light, um, science isn't the science that we know. Like there's a door there, a wall there, and we can't get through.
Mhm.
When you're in that light, you can actually go through a roof.
Right.
You can, right? And I knew that. I was like, holy shit, I'm in a pixelated thing, right? And I'm kind of looking, and then all of a sudden, right by the door, I see this huge creature.
Mm.
Not creature. I thought it was my brother, actually, because my brother's kind of big, but this was even bigger. And it's staring at me. When I seen it, it was like a Nordic blonde
Okay.
with massive muscles. But the thing that struck me was his eyes. His eyes were almond shaped, and they were like massive,
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
So you're talking 3-inch eyes on a slant. And when I seen it, I go, that's not my brother.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, and it was I would say about 10 feet from me.
Right.
So I'm like, now what do I do? How
Mhm.
do I combat this thing that came to visit me after the nightmares and after the yanking, and I'm in pain.
You think that this thing was helping you?
No,
Wow.
it was up to no good.
Okay.
And you can tell, right? If something's good for you or not good for you. A lot of people say, how do you know if it's good or not? But like anything, when something comes, you have to sense it.
Mm-hmm.
Your senses will tell you good or bad.
Yeah.
If you feel warmth and loved and stuff, yeah, then you're okay,
Mm-hmm.
because that can't lie.
Right.
It's
I agree.
energetic communication. So the energetic communication was not good from this thing. And I go, okay. So this idea came to me, right? Um, it's I call it spiritual warfare, interdimensional spiritual warfare. It's how do you fight demons in that realm, right?
Right. Right.
So now this isn't really a combative one, but I said I'm going to close my eyes, and that thing's going to come right at me, and it's not going to walk to me. It'll be from there to here.
Yeah.
It does. It's not like it's a walking thing,
Right.
So I close my eyes, and as soon as I get deep into my eyes, I feel it right here.
Mm.
And then when I feel it right there, I know my only defense is I have to open my eyes up wide, because that thing does not want me to see it.
Mm.
It goes against the rules.
Okay.
So as soon as I close my eyes and I'm just about ready to pass out, I open them right away.
Wow.
As soon as I open them, the thing was gone.
Ooh, good. Jeez.
Right? Because they can't be seen, or they're not supposed to be seen.
Right. Right.
Right? Now that could have been an avatar of a being, or it could have been a being that came in, and then, but I never heard back from that being ever again. And I've seen those beings as well. You see them in
I've seen
UFO
them.
alien magazines. The
Yeah, I know
big
who you're
blue
talking about.
eyes.
That's why I asked if it was like a good guy, possibly, but
Yeah.
it's hard to tell if any aliens are good lately.
Well, I know one thing is looks have nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think a beautiful alien, they're friendly, and an ugly alien, they're ugly.
Right.
If you look at a witch and a witch is ugly, I mean, it transforms, and eventually your face is, you're ugly.
Yeah.
But if you're a witch with good intentions, your face becomes beautiful, even more beautiful, because you do, right? But when it comes to like aliens,
Yeah.
that doesn't apply.
Mm-hmm.
So an ugly alien can be friendly, and a beautiful alien could be
Absolutely.
bad.
So you're talking about recurring dreams. You said for a month straight you had this experience, and then it ended with that when you woke up in this pixelated light and with that being there. Have you had any other recurring dreams? And I'm specifically going to ask you about one that I've been having for over 20 years. And I recently, thank God, I've learned that other people are experiencing the exact same place I dream of. And this is going to sound insane. But for years, I've been dreaming of being in this, like, it almost seems like the world ended, but it's not necessarily the worst thing. And a bunch of us are just traveling through this huge, endless mall. And sometimes we go into parking garages underground, or sometimes it's even like infinite toilets, where we go into this room and it's just like you can't find a toilet that works, and it's almost like a locker room. Everything's wet, and there's all these weird toilets and urinals everywhere and lockers, and it's very badly dimly lit, and it's just, I don't know, it almost seems like we're trying to escape, but then there's this whole other outside area with this road that kind of goes into the sky, comes back down, and there's like this nice river and beach area and some nice big mansions and storage facilities. Does any of this seem familiar to you? Anything I just kind of went off on there?
Yeah, I mean,
Have you been to that toilet place or those malls?
um, what came to me was you know um, an underground facility, and I don't mean an underground facility like a dumb, but to survive in the past, you know, we had to go underground, and when we lived underground, you know,
We built civilizations.
we had to find a time that it was safe to come up.
Hmm.
So
So you're saying everyone, because there's that like millions of people are on this Reddit
mhm,
message board about it, and I don't know if millions of people have dreamt it, but at least hundreds of thousands dreamt of the exact same place. And some of them get into like way more detail because some of them can even like lucid dream more and they
mhm,
dream vividly every night kind of thing. Me, I have these dreams, I would say maybe once or twice a month that I remember.
mhm,
And throughout the year, that's a lot, but even then, that's still a lot. And it's just fascinating to me that everyone in the world is going to this place. And some people believe that it could be a construct between realms that are controlled by archons or some kind of reptilian beings that a lot of people feel like it's almost like an astral projection. They go there and then once you realize you're there and awake, they kick you out.
mhm.
And it almost feels like a soul trap of some kind. Uh, but other people have the opposite experience where they have positive feelings and experiences, but most of it is like we're trying to get out and it's very like doom and gloom type
Mhm.
feeling. Does that make sense? Do you ever experience anything like that? Like going to the same place in your dreams?
No, I have not.
No, okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Very
but I can
interesting.
understand where that's coming from.
Yeah.
Um,
A lot of people believe that it could be part of the GATE program that kids were in the States, and they had their own version in Canada as well, and MK Ultra.
mhm,
Where, but I think people are just reaching, but I think it's a real place that exists between worlds and realities,
mhm.
and I don't know, maybe you have gone there, you just are in different parts because there's so many other parts that
Yeah,
people have talked about in great detail that I don't relate to, but the other part they describe, like the malls, the parking garages, and some of the outside stuff, and those toilets, especially those toilets,
yeah.
those are just, oh my god, it's so mind-boggling to me.
Well, what I do get is I get flashbacks of past lives,
Hmm.
and um, so what could also be another scenario is that you and all these others that are having these dreams remember a time when you were alive in a different body
Hmm.
where you lived in an underground facility and you're trying to
There is very much an outside world in all this too.
yes,
Like
yes,
there's skies, there's beaches, and
yes,
all that, but it does seem very weird still.
yeah, yeah.
It's very
So it
weird.
could I could interpret it
Maybe
as
a
being
future life thing.
a past life or even a future
Yeah,
life.
someone suggested that too.
Yeah,
It could be like a future memory of something that is going to happen, and you're kind of just getting glimpses of being there.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. I don't know the truth of it all, but it is very fascinating to me. I thought I was alone in this, and then someone sent me something recently, and I'm like, wait, people are talking about this all over the internet and for years. And there's maps people drew of it, and it's just like when I see the maps and how they describe it, especially okay, there's other places I go to. It's like a tower, like a hotel almost,
Hmm.
and there's different floors, and I'm always going to different floors through the stairs or the elevators, and there's just a lot of stuff going on. It's very weird. Anything like that, like hotel kind of dreams to you, or anything like that?
Um,
Hotels.
well, that's how they would be constructed. If you look at the place in Turkey that they found different layers of underground cities
Hmm.
where people would, you know, live in this box or live in that box or live in different boxes.
Yeah, yeah, I seen that. That's incredible too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Wow.
and also to you know, you say hotel, but hotel is a spell.
Mm.
A lot of people don't know, but when you say hotel, especially in the spiritual realm, it so if you break the word hotel, right? You have hot L.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the hot L?
L would be God. Hot. Oh,
The hot god.
yeah. The
So
devil.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
Satan.
Satan. Yeah.
Satan is the hot L.
Yeah.
He's so in
That's what you're saying.
occultist circles, right? You know, you have the hot L.
Mm-hmm.
It's God's, it's Satan's place,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't mean it in a bad way.
Right.
It just means he's the hot L,
Mm-hmm. Got it. Got it.
right? And then
Interesting.
there's
Yeah.
the hotel
Yeah. The
where
whole
the you know
prostitutions and
yeah
crackheads.
yeah
And
the hotel, right?
yeah.
But the hot L loves whole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Satan was I'm not going to say anything about being good or bad, but Satan was a horny guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he was beautiful, he was handsome,
Mm-hmm.
and he loved to have sex with beautiful women,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
That was his thing, right? So
So, anything you want to end with? Anything you got coming up that you might want to promote, or anything you want to maybe a final message that you could give the world on my show? Not a final, like you're not gonna die after this, but
yeah,
like anything you could share with the world, a positive message or a funny joke or anything
yeah.
last minute type sitch.
Well, yeah. I just want to say, um, what you lack. This is a bit of wisdom, but what you lack as a child becomes your obsession as an adult, and that is something.
Say that again, please.
Oh shit! What you lack as a child
Yeah.
becomes your obsession as an adult,
Okay.
and when you look at yourself as an adult, you can reflect back and say, "Hey, I missed that. I didn't have that. I couldn't have that, but now I have the power to have that,"
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes obsessive.
Right. Right.
But it's something. It's not a bad thing. But if you understand that, you can really use it to your advantage to really, blossom as a being, right?
That's beautiful. You guys hear that? I love that. Thank you so much, Charlie.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having me on the show.
Oh man, it was my pleasure.
Yeah.
We should do this again, and we'll do like a group thing
Sure.
with some of our other friends.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Charlie.
Okay.
Remember, guys, subscribe, like, share, and if you want to be on the show, you have any stories, hit me up. Thank you for watching the Luca Mele Show. Yeah.